ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tụọ oge ebighị ebi. Onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anakpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt, gotu ọgbe wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbodo ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ ụtọ na-eji ama mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwanyị bụ isi ala nye, ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụ ikuni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na emeghị chi ọzọ egwezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwe onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi mara onye bi ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise.
I think I've now come to terms with the fact that for us to have proper rapid development in Nigeria, we need to separate, we need to divide. Let the Yoruba man go their way, let the Northerners go their way, let the Easterners go their way. This thing about one Nigeria is definitely not going to work, Chacha. Wallahi. You cannot have South Africans clowning us. You cannot have Ghanaians clowning us. And now you now have Namibians clowning us. One Nigeria is definitely not going to work. You cannot have a simple argument or a debate with anybody from Africa right now and you are able to win. You speak one, they tell you electricity. You speak two, they tell you security. You cannot travel 10 kilometers without writing your will. They speak about bad roads. They've gone as low as internet. We need to divide. This thing about one Nigeria is not going to work. Having one person as a president sitting in one place called Aso Rock, deciding the fate of 300 million people, especially when you know these are the least smartest people in the country, it's not going to work. Let us bring some kind of competition within these different regions, instead of having to depend and say everything has to do with the federal government. Ordinary electricity. I was thinking this thing about electricity in Ghana was a joke, but apparently these guys are having the best type of electricity like they were in Europe. In Nigeria, you can't even boast of 24 hours electricity. In year 2026, we need to divide, man. The only war we are winning right now in Nigeria is just jollof rice, and then maybe dirty December, clubbing alcohol. No, we can do better. This thing about what Nigeria is 300 million people. When you look at these other countries I'm speaking about, you look at Ghana, they are not even up to 40 million. Namibia, 3 million on a good day. RCCG is bigger than Namibia. The Youth Ministry of Christ and Mercy, they are bigger than Namibia. Yeah, these people, they are clowning us every single day. Nigerians cannot win one war. You cannot have a normal debate and say you are going to win. Everybody, they are clowning us. Giant of Africa, my foot. Let everybody go develop their region. Chase the Igbo man from the West. Go chase the Yoruba man from the East and then go back. Everybody go make your region better. Go find the Igbo man in the North. Let everybody, but depending on one president to make these things happen is definitely not going to work. We are too many. We are too populated for this whole one Nigeria affair. It's not going to work. Let us divide. I am tired. I am tired. The bare minimum. We are not even speaking about healthcare. We are not even speaking about child mortality, education. Just the basics we cannot even be proud of. Not one Nigeria, my foot. Everybody go your way. Let's do a referendum. Let the people decide. Nonsense, man. I'm tired.
Greetings, everyone. Greetings in the name of Chukwu Kikabia Mapuri Mihenile. I greet you all. My name is Raphael Chamaka Jere. I am back again today for the second time. And tonight, I just want to show us some of the updates, some videos, things that are happening. I already have the link pinned on the comment section on YouTube, and you can pick up the link, and then you can come in and maybe if there are updates that are missing, you can help us, update us. It's an open mic tonight. If you're watching from Raf Chiamaka TV, yeah, subscribers only. And then if you're watching from Nigeria Global Media, which is my family channel, it is members only. And then if you're watching on every other channel, you are welcome. Day one, I greet you all. And tonight I want to, update us on as events unfold, some of the things that our leaders, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and our Prime Minister, Mazi Nnamdi, some of the things they will want us to be inundated with, some of the things we should know, and then some of the things that if we know, we will not be swayed, we will not be deceived, we will not be led astray. If we know these truths, believe me, it will be difficult for anyone to bamboozle you. It will be difficult for anyone to toss you up and down. There's a very important update I saw today. I don't know if people have seen it. As if I knew that update was going to come from Sunday Igboho. Even though I've not heard where he said it, but I've seen the news from different platforms, which is to say that it is true, because even Instablog reported it. That Igboho is asking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to accept what Nigeria is giving him and no dialogue and behave with Nigeria. Afonja will always be Afonja. Yes. Afonja. Hey. Oh my God, the freedom fighter. Hey, Igbohosha. Hey, what a shame. So pathetic, I swear to God. So pathetic. Anyway, first of all, I want us to listen to this commentary. This commentary will sum up a lot of things that you needed to know, and then we'll go into some of these updates. And I think maybe I will start from that Igboho's update. I'm telling you. I know I was not surprised when I saw it. I was not surprised. If some of these, hungry rich Igbo boys that do not represent us at all, that do not even represent 1/4 of our people, if they can collect money or for their own interest and benefit, if they can be singing on your mandates, you can imagine what Igboho will be singing. Igboho will sing it with microphone. Very soon you might see a video where Igboho is singing on your mandate. Don't be surprised when you see it. After all, his brother is in power. So what do you expect? So I want us to listen to this particular commentary, and then we'll do it. I have my link there. So come in, and then if you cannot use the link, you can use my number. Let me quickly put the number so that if we have callers, we'll take call. Okay? If we have callers, we'll take call. But if there are no callers, we'll take people in the studio. If there are no people in the studio, when I finish the updates, I'll go to bed. All right, let's go.
You think you know the Biafran war? Think again. Here are 5. You think you know the Biafran war? Think again. Here are.
Think you know the Biafran war? Think again.
You think you know the Biafran war? Think again. Here are 5 myths that too many people still believe in, and the truth you were never told. Myth number 1: the war was only about oil. No, oil wasn't the main reason. The war started because of deep ethnic and political tension after independence, and the killings of thousands of Igbos in the north. Oil only made the situation more complicated, but it was not.
When they tell you that the war was all about oil, is a lie. The things you need to know about the war they fought against us, they keep lying to you. They have different narrative. They tell you it's about the war, it's a lie. It's not about. They tell you about the oil, it's a lie. It's not about the oil. This young boy is commenting on some of the myths, some of the lies they told you about Biafra or about the Biafran war, some of the lies they told you. So I started from the top. So please pay attention as you narrate it. I don't need to stop it. I'll just allow it to play because there are so many videos we need to play tonight. Let's go.
You think you know the Biafran war? Think again. Here are 5 myths that too many people still believe in, and the truth you were never told. Myth number 1. The war was only about oil. No, oil wasn't the main reason. The war started because of deep ethnic and political tension after independence, and the killings of thousands of Igbos in the north. Oil only made the situation more complicated, but was not the root cause. Myth number 2. Biafra wanted to destroy Nigeria. This is totally false. Biafra did not want to destroy Nigeria. It wanted to protect its people. After years of massacres and no protection from the federal government, separation was a cry for safety, not destruction. Myth number 3. Britain stayed neutral. Britain wasn't neutral at all. At the time, the UK had a great oil interest in Nigeria through Shell BP, which is a joint British and Dutch company controlling most of the oil in Niger Delta. When Biafra declared independence, Shell BP's oil fields fell inside Biafran territory. So Britain backed the Nigerian government with weapons, supplies, and diplomacy in order to protect its oil access. It wasn't just politics, it was profit. Myth number 4. The war was for a short duration. Many think it was a quick war, but it indeed lasted for 30 months, from the 30th of May 1967 up to the 15th of January 1970, where over 4 million Biafran civilians died, mostly due to starvation caused by the Nigerian blockade. And lastly, myth number 5. Biafra was completely alone. This is not true, as some nations like Gabon, Tanzania, Ivory Coast, and Zambia did officially recognize Biafra as a nation. And international groups such as the Red Cross and the Vatican sent food supplies and aid for Biafrans. The Biafran War isn't just history, it's a lesson. The more we know, the more we understand who we are today as people and Biafrans. Thank you for watching. Comment down below which myth you found most interesting, and have a nice one. Yeah, guys, you know.
Did Ojukwu cause any war? Go on is alive, go and ask him. Ojukwu went and negotiated restructuring with you. Britain told you not to agree. Britain knows that if you go back to regionalism, you will have economic growth. The country will do very well. But Britain doesn't want it. Britain said, no, for us to control these people, we need to impoverish them. Let us introduce this war. There was the massacre of, as usual, massacre of our people in the north. Ojukwu said, I have to secure my land and my people. Be on your own and pay tax to the central government, as they have in America, as they have even in Britain. Britain, you have Scotland that is almost independent. Wales, the same thing. Everybody is free. But Britain doesn't want the same thing they're enjoying to happen in Nigeria. Why? Ask yourself that question. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy?
Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy. Sums it up. Anybody telling you about one Nigeria is your enemy. Now, could you believe that in this 2026, in this new year of 2026, it is now that the people that have controlled Nigeria for decades and decades are now asking that they want to reintegrate Biafrans. They want to reintegrate Southeast into Nigeria in 2026. That's the narrative they want to paint now. They say, let us reintegrate them. So all this while, every day it is being exposed that everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have ever told you, everything Simon Ekpa have said is the truth. In 2026, Fulani is saying, let us reintegrate Igbo. Let us reintegrate Southeast into Nigeria. I'm not making it up. Let me show you the video. I'm not making it up. I am not making it up. Oh my God. There are some things that when I see today, I say, and then you will still see some people playing the card of one Nigeria. Oh no. Some people don't even deserve to be speaking our language. And they say they are Igbo. Or they are Biafra. They'll be speaking our language. They are talking in 2026. In 2026, my people, they are talking about reintegrating me and you into Nigeria. Yes. That's a discussion they're having now among the Fulani elites, those ones that control Nigeria. Those ones
shutting out.
What? I'm telling you, this guy is the people that control Fulani, the narratives. Listen to him.
In politics, you must be willing to negotiate. You can't have everything. And when you don't have everything, have something.
Absolutely.
You know, the Southeast needs to be reintegrated into Nigeria.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? The Southeast need to be reintegrated into Nigeria in 2026. Did you hear it or you didn't hear it? I'm not sure you heard it. Let me rewind it. And when he was saying it, he said, it is not that I want to do them a favor. I'm telling you, that's what they need to do. Watch.
In politics, you must be willing to negotiate. You can't have everything. And when you don't have everything, have something.
Absolutely.
You know, the Southeast needs to be reintegrated into Nigeria.
Yeah.
Not as a favor. I'm not trying to be patronizing.
No.
But because that's a key part of this country.
Because that's the key part of this country. If in 2026, the place you consider to be the key part of the country is to be reintegrated after how many years of your so-called independence? Are you guys listening? What else will make you angry enough to know that, man, these people, they have taken you for a ride? They brought a war to you. They took over 5 million people in 3 years. They starved you. They blockaded you. Britain helped them. They have taken over all your oil. They have used it. They've exploited you. And now after everything, they have so exploited you. Now, recently, they have humiliated our only leader, the only one we have hope on, the only one that speaks for us. They humiliated him, they disgraced him, and they brought him to their court. They used a Yoruba judge. They used a Yoruba judge against him and sentenced him cruelly, without the law, without the truth, without justice, and sent him to a terrorist infested zone. Now, in that same 2026, they are saying they want to reintegrate you into Nigeria because you are the key parts. So that means they have been using you since without you being a part of them, even though they know that you are a key part. And they say, the man say, it's not as if he's patronizing you. It's not as if he wants to, he's a favor. It is just because it is the key part. So what he's trying to say is that we have not used them enough. Let us use them more. And this time around, they want to make sure they make it look like they love you, they open up for you. And then this time when they strike you, you will not get your footings anymore. Are you following? Let me play it again so that I don't know. If there's anyone of you that is not listening, open your ears and listen. In 2026, they want to reintegrate you. You know what? Do you know the meaning of reintegrating you? That is, they want to teach you. Like when you go into a country as an immigrant, they'll tell you they want to reintegrate you into the system. They want you to belong to the system. They want to show you how things work in that country. Now they want to open your eye to the country. So to them, we are just like primitive to Nigeria. It is now that Fulani that are not indigenous in Nigeria. This man that is talking is not from Nigeria, no. This man is from Mauritius. He's either Mauritius or Mauritania. So I think Mauritania. He's from Mauritania. Fulani from Mauritania is telling you that it's indigenous in your own area they call Southeast, that he wants to reintegrate you into Nigeria. Hey! Look at the way Nnamdi Kanu. This picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu standing in front is just looking at them. The way God is going to deal with Nigeria, it never starts.
In politics, you must be willing to negotiate. You can't have everything. And when you don't have everything, have something.
Absolutely.
You know, the Southeast needs to be reintegrated into Nigeria.
Yeah.
Not as a favor. I'm not trying to be patronizing.
No.
But because that's the key part of this country. And we're losing a lot. The whole country is losing a lot by shutting out all part of this country and basically saying, let them do what they want to do with each other, with themselves. That is really, really dangerous. And one way in which we can reintegrate, where the North Southeast can be reintegrated into this country, is through the political process. Now, when you say, I want that and only that, if I can't have that, I will stay out. You could end up being permanently out.
Absolutely.
Because the same way you want it, somebody else will want it. In politics.
I wish somebody can help me out here, man. This is hey, a bunch of terrorist people. Now, I'm sure you guys have listened to it. Let me play you another video, another voice of an Hausa woman. You know, Hausa people are so tired. Even the Hausa people are already crying for help in the hands of these people. The Hausa indigenous people, they are crying for help. They're even saying, Igbo people, come and help us. Yoruba, come and help us. Help us, join us together. Let us join and stop these people that do not belong to Nigeria, but have come, and they are now the ones deciding what will happen. Mommy say, no wonder he speaks better English than the Nigerian Fulani. Yes, he's from Mauritania. This is the elder brother of the Peter Obi's running mates for last election. That's it. Yes. But they are the ones that are the kingmakers, the key figures in Nigeria. Fulani people. Now, in that same vein, I want to play this voice for you. This is coming from an Hausa woman. She's calling the names of all the Fulani people in Nigeria, calling them out, making you know who they are and what they are. Listen.
Next time, Hausas, do not vote for Fulani anymore. Stop praying behind Fulani scholars. Stop respect Fulani traditional ruler. They are all Boko Haram leader. To be frankly with you, let me tell you something, Nigerian. Badar Abubakar, Minister of Defense, he is a terrorist. He is a terrorist. Nuhurubado is a terrorist.
Are you hearing me? She's calling the names of people. The Minister of Defense, she said, is not me talking. You are hearing the lady saying it. The Minister of Defense is a terrorist. Nuhurubado is a terrorist. Listen to her. She started and said, Hausa people, do not vote for Fulani. Make sure you alienate them from yourselves. They are the terrorists you are talking about. Listen to her from the top.
Next time, Hausas, do not vote for Fulani anymore. Stop praying behind Fulani scholars. Stop respect Fulani traditional ruler. They are all Boko Haram leader. To be frankly with you, let me tell you something, Nigerian. Badar Abubakar, Minister of Defense, he is a terrorist. He is a terrorist.
Okay.
Nuhurubado is a terrorist.
Okay.
Balla Matawalle, former governor of Zamfara, is a terrorist.
Former governor of Zamfara, who is now the state minister of defense. She said he is a terrorist. They know them better than you. So she's telling you that that one also is a terrorist.
Balla Matawalle, former governor of Zamfara, is a terrorist. Erupai, Atiku Abubakar, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, Sunusi Lamido Sunusi, Sila Lamido, Gumi, Pantami, Abdallah Gadankaya, Yahaya Jingir, Mansur Sokoto, all of them supporting this terrorist.
Are you hearing it? Are you hearing it? Atiku Abubakar, Gumi, El-Rufai, he's naming all of them, that they are all supporting these terrorists. Now, there's a post I saw when somebody was reminding the American government to tell them, look, you have mentioned the name of Kwankwaso. This lady also mentioned Kwankwaso. I'll play it back for you to hear it. You have mentioned Kwankwaso. He said, that one is a small boy. How about the main people that you are missing in the list of these terrorist sympathizers? Why are you sparing them? Now, watch.
Of Zamfara is a terrorist. El-Rufai, Atiku Abubakar, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, Sunusi Lami Sunusi, Sila Lamido, Gumi, Pantami, Abdallah Gadan Kaya, Yahya Jingir, Mansur Sokoto, all of them supporting this terrorist activity, which Fulani doing now. To be frankly with you, those people carrying gun around Nigeria, they are not a real terrorist. A real terrorist is Shaitan of Sokoto.
Hey! She said those people carrying guns about, they are not the real terrorists. She said the real man behind the scene is the Sultan of Sokoto. Not me talk about. Let me allow her to repeat it again.
To be frankly with you, those people carrying gun around Nigeria, they are not a real terrorist. A real terrorist is Shaitan of Sokoto. If we want peace in this country, we have to catch them.
If you want peace in the country, you have to do what? You have to cut them off.
As they catch Bella.
Okay, you have to catch them. You have to catch them. If you want peace in this country, you have to catch them. That's you have to arrest them. Let her repeat it again.
To be frankly with you, those people carrying gun around Nigeria, they are not a real terrorist. A real terrorist is Shaitan of Sokoto. If we want peace in this country, we have to catch them. As they catch Bella Badejo, Mieta Allah leader. He's in prison now. But he's a little leader. If we want peace in this country, so we have to catch Shaitan of Sokoto or Sultan of Sokoto. He is a big leader of terrorists in this country. If we want peace in this country, we have to catch Tahir Bauchi, Azazagi, Karibala, Yahya Jingir, Gumi. If we want peace, if we want peace in Nigeria, we have to catch these people. Seriously. All of them are terrorists. They are the leader of Boko Haram.
Okay.
Yes. They are the leader of Boko Haram. Who is Boko?
Have you heard it? You know, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is saying it, they'll say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is instigating. Simon Ekpa will expose it. Simon Ekpa is instigating. Finland. Open your ear. Open your ear. If you hear it from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, hey, you hear it from Simon Ekpa, he is instigating. Now, they are now the ones crying out. They are crying out. They are exposing the people they have revered for so long. They have had respect for these people for so long. Now they are crying out. We need help. These people are the main terrorists. Now, this guy is one of the people whose name was mentioned. He was on national TV. I will come back to Igboho's own. This, what's his name? El-Rufai was on national TV telling them that he was tapping the telephone of the National Security Advisor. El-Rufai is no longer in power. He was the governor before. So that means these people, even when they are not in power, they are still in power. Come and hear what El-Rufai was saying. I don't want to be the only one hearing it. Come and hear what he was saying on national TV.
But I want to add something.
On national TV. Hear him.
But I want to add something.
Yes.
Because my lawyers issued a statement after that mentioning EFCC. I want to say very clearly, it wasn't the EFCC, okay? It was the DSS.
Right.
But the DSS were procured to abduct me by the ICPC. That has never communicated with me ever, okay? The EFCC had written to me while I was away to say that I would like to have a chat with you over certain issues. And I replied, my lawyers replied that, well, I'm not in the country, I'm on my annual vacation. And once I know the date of return, I will let you know. And we have written to EFCC to say that, I will celebrate my birthday with you. My birthday is 16th February on Monday. I will celebrate my birthday. I will come and see you at 10 a.m. on the 16th. So it wasn't the EFCC. But my lawyer thought it was the EFCC, but it was not. Subsequently, we found out that it was the ICPC that procured the DSS to abduct me and then hand over to them. And this is a modus operandi of the ICPC that increasingly has become a personal tool of Nuhu Ribadu. Nuhu made the call and made the order that I must be in custody yesterday.
How do you know he made the call?
He made the call because we listened to their calls. The government thinks that they're the only ones that listen to calls, but we also have our ways. He made the call, he gave the order. And
so you tapped his phone calls, did you?
Someone tapped his phone and told me.
Because that technically is illegal.
I know, but the government does it all the time. They listen to our calls all the time without a...
Are you hearing that? Are you hearing that? He's admitting on live TV that he tapped the call of the National Security Advisor. The National Security Advisor is the one that is advising the nation, whose name was also mentioned as a terrorist. And now this former governor, whom a lot of people knows that he's very powerful in the hierarchy of those that are sponsoring the insecurity in Nigeria, is telling you that they were able to hack the line of the National Security Advisor. You people are in a very big almighty trouble. You see, Tinubu thinks that he is safe. Abi? Your lives are just in the hand of the terrorists like this. Just like this. They can decide to do anything they want to do with it. You think Aso Rock is not beyond the reach of terrorists? Because that place is surrounded by terrorists. If Boko Haram want to enter Aso Rock now, the people that will open the gate for them, they are inside that Aso Rock. I'm telling you. So, when all of you were giving your NIN, your national security numbers, to Pantami, you now see what it means. So these people, if they want to listen to anybody, they can listen. That this man, this former governor of Kaduna State, have access to hear the conversation of the National Security Advisor. Yes. They told him it is illegal. He admitted on live TV, yes, I know. After all, the government, they do it all the time. So that means if government is doing it, he also is as powerful as government. He can do it. He can do it. As quickly as possible, my people, we need to end our relationship with these people. We need to completely detach from them. Anything that makes you a Nigerian is broken from today. In fact, alienate yourself from them. You don't belong to Nigeria. Thank God we are no longer Nigerians and we can never be Nigerians. Never, ever. Hey! And just listen to him. He said they hacked the line. Charles was telling him that, look, but it's illegal. He said, yes, I know. He knows, but he doesn't care. Committing illegal acts is not a problem for them. They know that they are immune against the government. No government can. This man, they wanted to arrest him at the airport. His boys, his thugs, they blocked them. They said, no way, you can't arrest him. He rejected. That's why he's telling them that you cannot, if you need me, I will come on my birthday. but they went as far as Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But within Nigeria, they want to arrest this one. They couldn't even arrest him. Yahaya Bello, up to today, the EFCC chairman that said if he doesn't arrest Yahaya Bello, that he will resign. He's a pastor. And some the other day praying and speaking in tongues and kaboshing for people. But terrorists and criminals are on the loose, and they're just picking up petty boys. They are able to continue to detain Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but criminals are on the loose.
The call and made the order that I must be in custody yesterday.
How do you know he made the call?
He made the call because we listened to their calls. The government thinks that they're the only ones that listen to calls, but we also have our ways. He made the call, he gave the order. And
so you tapped his phone calls, did you?
Someone tapped his phone and told me.
Because that technically is illegal.
I know, but the government does it all the time. They listen to our calls all the time without a court order. But someone tapped his phone and told us that he gave the order. So, but the EFCC, I think, has shown itself to be more professional in this particular.
Anyway, that's the only thing I want you to pick up from there. They tapped call. Okay. They tapped the call. International criminals. Odbeje is speaking. Now, let me show you. This one is from Instablog. Are you seeing that? This one is Instablog Niger. Instablog Niger is a very popular Nigeria news blogger. Instablog Niger says, embrace dialogue with Tinubu government. Yoruba activist Sunday Igboho tell Nnamdi Kanu. Are you seeing it? Sunday Igboho is telling Nnamdi Kanu, embrace dialogue with Tinubu government. Yoruba activist Sunday Igboho tells Nnamdi Kanu. Can you imagine that? He thinks that himself and Nnamdi Kanu are the same people, the same thing. He doesn't know that Nnamdi Kanu can never dialogue with terrorists, with Nigeria. The only dialogue that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want to dialogue is give me Biafra. That's all. If you say Biafra is part of Nigeria, then let's try it. Let's test it on a referendum. And then if you say no way, then leave him. All he's saying, he will keep saying it. He didn't hurt anybody. He is free to say, give me Biafra. He is very free. But this one have already given up on Yoruba Nation. He's now, campaigning for Tinubu, because for you to say dialogue with Tinubu government, Tinubu, that means Sunday Igboho is now working for Tinubu. Sunday Igboho Sha is now an advocate for Tinubu. This is appalling, isn't it? Yes, it's appalling. It's appalling, honestly. I don't know what we'll make of it, but I'm telling you, it is appalling. Now, we have this video where the Hausa people are crying and calling for help. It shock you? Hausa are calling on Igbo, calling on every other tribe to come and help them to, separate themselves from Fulani. Hausa. Now let's hear them. Let's hear him. Go ahead. Let's hear him.
This is my call to Igbo, Yoruba, and other Nigerian nationalities.
Middle belters.
And everybody. As long as we want genocide to end in Nigeria, as long as we want Nigeria to be a comfortable place for everybody, most especially the Hausa land.
Middle belters.
Yoruba, Igbo, and other Nigerian tribes have to help Hausa people. How are they going to help Hausa people? First of all, I want you people to know that Hausa people are not the ones who are ruling their land. It is Fulani that are ruling this country. That is the Hausa land. And every position that you will see in Nigeria, of a higher position, you will find out that it is a Fulani person that you will see there. This is not a funny thing.
It didn't just happen like that.
Those people that are disguising as Hausa people are the ones who are responsible for this insecurity in the northern part of Nigeria. Why I say so is because of the tribalism. The amount of tribalism in the heart of these people is a very high.
Flana, I took tribalistic.
So I'm calling to you people, the Igbos, Yoruba, to help Hausa people. Please help Hausa people and let them have their land. Because once Hausa man is liberated, other Nigerians will be liberated.
Automatically.
Yeah, that is my call to Nigerians, most especially the Igbos and Yorubas. Thank you.
You can call it cry for help and you'll be correct. But the truth is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have been calling on these people, telling them that you must not support the evil that is being meted on Biafrans. But when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was speaking, most of these people were saying, catch him, catch him, catch him. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, it was Hausa language and Fufude that they used to talk to most of you Hausa people. And some of you welcomed it and you praised it. Today, Hausa people are crying for help and calling for Ndibo to come and help them and calling for even Yoruba. Yoruba cannot even help you because Yoruba is already in bed with Fulani. You know, if care is not taking you, might just be on your own. So all you need to do is rise up and defend yourselves. If you talk about numbers, you are more than them in number. Fulani cannot overwhelm you. So rise up and do the needful and set yourself free. The earlier you do that, the better for you. Tinubu already signed a deal with the terrorists. The reason why Tinubu is president today is because he signed a deal. These videos I'm showing you, you know, the way, oh my God. This guy is a Fulani. I would like to play this video. I want you to hear and see the way this Fulani guy is, you know, trying to bring a narrative, changing narrative. You know, they are the ones that are the terrorists. They are the ones that are cutting people's throats. They are the ones that are bombing villages, raising and shoving everyone out of their communities. They are the ones that have gone and taken over communities and renamed it in Nigeria. They are the ones that if you go to Zamfara today, all the local government in Zamfara, they are already under the control of terrorists. And then you see one idiot like this, because he's a politician, he will come and be mentioning IPOB, ESN. No wonder when all these things were going on, they keep telling IPOB terrorists, IPOB terrorists. Gubi even came out and said, recruit Igbo youths, empower them, give them guns. They will fight IPOB. They were using our own people against us. I'm telling you, using our own people against us. Does that not shock you? I want you to listen to this man. And then you ask yourself, so how can you be in the same country with this kind of a person that feels good about defending this terrorist ravaged area? Some of them, the villages where they come from, you know, people cannot freely move around there. Terrorists have taken over. Those that even go to farm, before they go to farm, they pay taxes to terrorists. And you have the mouth to come on national TV and be saying, why can't they go and bomb IPOB? Why is it that it's only in the north they are bombing? Bomb IPOB. Have IPOB taken over any village or any community? Have IPOB shown, have you seen anywhere IPOB? They say IPOB is carrying gun. I am IPOB. I've never seen gun in my life before. Never. Everybody in my village are IPOB. Do they have guns? If there is anybody that had gun, they are the Biafra Liberation Army and the Eastern Security Network. They are not even in the cities. They are in the bush, guiding our men, guiding our land from terrorists that come from your places. Without further ado, I just want you to listen to this man. Honestly, I don't understand how you people can live with this kind of people. He said his name is Jafar Sani Bello, former Kano State PDP governorship aspirant. This one was aspiring for governor Eh? Hey, what?
Recently, the wife of the president, the first lady of the country, was in America, and she was calling for more American strikes in the northern. She specifically stated northern part of the country. She didn't call for strikes in the southeastern part of the country that are suffering from the IPOB and sit at home and issues of separation.
You see? He said the wife of the president is calling for more bombing in the north, but he didn't call for bombing in the southeast where they have IPOP and sit at home. Hey, you see? Are you listening? What sit at home? How does sit at home transform into terrorism? How does IPOP transform into terrorism? I don't understand. If the wife of the fake criminal president is calling for more bombing in the north, it is because she knows that the only place where there are terrorists in Nigeria is in the north. Even before the wife of your so-called head of state went to America, America already have the details. If there is terrorists in the southeast, as we call it, America would have said it since. America would have put that in their plan. But there is nothing like that in the southeast. Nothing like terrorists with IPOB. Sit at home does not translate into terrorism at all. Sit at home simply means sit at home. That's what it means. It doesn't mean Boko Haram. It doesn't mean bandits or banditry. It means that somebody sits at home. But this one is saying they should bomb people because they are sitting at home. I don't understand. They didn't bomb Southeast because of sit at home. Okay, and he mentioned another thing again, separatists. Okay, somebody wants to separate. How does that translate into terrorism? I don't understand. Those of you that don't want to separate, you are cutting people's head off, you are burning people inside the church, you are slitting throats, you are sending letters and going to preach, and if they refuse to accept Sharia, you unalive them. And you want to compare it to people that are sitting at home? People that are sitting at home, people that already, even in your own eyes, look, go and ask the Ahmed man, in their own understanding, your own senior brother from Mauritania, in his own understanding, we are not yet part of Nigeria. They are already thinking of how to reintegrate Southeast. But thank God, we have told them we don't want Nigeria. So go and look for who you will reintegrate into Nigeria. We, Biafrans, Otilo, we are gone. Reintegration is not any of our deal. No, let me just allow you people to listen to 9 minutes, and then you will now understand that almost everybody that are in political position or high-level position, either religious or political, that are of Fulani descent, some of the Hausa people that are even in power have been corrupted. They are all terrorist sympathizers. Imagine this man winning governorship in Kano State. Just imagine. Hear him. Hear the way he's talking.
Recently, the wife of the president, the first lady of the country, was in America, and she was calling for more American strikes in the northern. She specifically stated northern part of the country. She didn't call for strikes in the southeastern part of the country that are suffering from the IPOB and sit at home and issues of separation, agitations of separation, killings that are going on there.
You don't think that it's fair to say that the North is a top priority when it comes to insecurity?
The North is a top priority when it comes to insecurity, but it shouldn't be labeled as a crisis that is based on faith.
Is there a chance that you are
dying.
misinterpreting the efforts as something that is targeting Muslims or North to destroy the region?
Of course. It is a deliberate act.
But where's the facts?
The facts are numerous. Wherever America in the past 20 years has conducted war, it's in Islamic countries. From Somalia to Yemen to Iraq to recently in Iran. Forgetting the fact that millions of Christians are killed in Palestine today. Millions and millions of Muslims are being killed over the years.
the recent count in just the 2025 crisis between the Palestinians and the Israelis, 70,000 people dead. Americans are not focusing on that. The European countries are not focusing on that. So this brings out the hypocrisy in this in the southern hegemony in the context of people with certain faith being designated as certain people.
So you're accusing the wife. You're accusing the wife of the president of what exactly? What did the first lady do?
The
wrong?
first lady has called for attacks. The
Against
American
terrorists.
government, she did not mention terrorists.
Who do you think she wants
No,
to
but
be
she did
attacked?
not mention terrorists. Quoting her
it should
word
go
for
without
word, no,
saying
quoting her
that-
word for word, she called for more strikes in the northern part of the country. That's quoting her word for word. And if you look,
who are they striking in the northern part? He said they didn't call. She didn't mention terrorists, but the whole part of the whole north is infested with terrorists everywhere. Zamfara, for instance, the governor have no control of any of his local government. The governor of Zamfara is building cemeteries, sophisticated cemeteries where you'll be burying people. That's what he's building, because he said the government have refused to tackle the terrorism menace. Oh my God. I don't know. This should not give us headache anyway. Just we listen to them and we laugh. I'm telling you.
the narratives that are being sent out by certain media organizations in Nigeria here, you talk about Fulani herdsmen bandits. You don't talk about Igbo bandits. You label criminality and target to a certain faith, or you target to a certain...
He said we don't talk about Igbo bandits. The Fulani bandit is really hurting them. But these are Fulani terrorists. That's what they are. You talk about Fulani bandits. You don't talk about Igbo bandits. Hey,
that are being sent out by certain media organizations in Nigeria here. You talk about Fulani herdsmen bandits. You don't talk about Igbo bandits. You label criminality and target to a certain faith, or you target to a certain ethnicity, is absolute profiling and is condemnable. This is what we need to desist from doing. We should call a criminal, whatever his background of faith, whatever his background of ethnicity, whatever his background of geography where he comes from. A terrorist is a terrorist. A criminal is a criminal. There is no need.
If the terrorist is a Fulani, will you say a Fulani? When you say a Fulani terrorist, what is wrong with that? Then if you see any Igbo terrorist, you call that Igbo terrorist a terrorist. But we are yet to see an Igbo terrorist. Not even one. We are yet to see an Igbo terrorist. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist, America will not give him an honorary citizenship honor. They don't give terrorists such honor. You think Donald Trump doesn't know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a terrorist? Because in your own concept now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the worst terrorist in your own context. And then you sentence him to life imprisonment because you call him terrorist. And that one who is our leader, whom you consider to be the bad guy, he's the one America considered to be the good guy. And they gave him honorary citizenship. So if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is vindicated as a good guy, it means that there is no terrorist in Biafra land. Do you understand? So that's why you cannot hear anybody saying Igbo bandits or Igbo terrorists. It doesn't exist. There's nothing like that. I want to hear you again. Igbo bandits.
It's condemnable. This is what we need to desist from doing. We should call a criminal, whatever his background of faith, whatever his background of ethnicity, whatever his background of geography where he comes from. A terrorist is a terrorist. A criminal is a criminal. There is no need.
I like that. I like your comment, mommy. I like your comment. We thank God, we thank God that Donald Trump understands the truth. Otherwise, Nigeria will lie and lie their way out. But this time, Nigeria is stuck. Oh, this one is just there. No Igbo bandit. God have mercy.
Demonizing so many other people, innocent people. I'm a Fulani man, back and forth. If you say Fulani herdsman,
I'm a Fulani man. He's a Fulani man. The fact that you're a Fulani man is not the reason why you are condemned. Nobody's condemning you. But now you are making yourself look like a terrorist sympathizer or a sponsor of terrorists, because almost all the terrorists we are seeing in Nigeria are Fulani. Those in the leadership Fulani, Sultan of Sokoto Fulani, Nuhuri Badu Fulani, Erufai Fulani, Atiku Abubakar Fulani, all of them Fulani. And as long as they are Fulani, they keep supporting this terrorism. That's why they call them terrorists. Yeah? Now you are also pushing yourself and bringing yourself out. We are going to add you in their number because you have shown yourself now to be an advocate to these terrorists.
so many other people, innocent people. I'm a Fulani man, back and forth. If you say Fulani herdsman bandit, you're including me. There are criminals that I don't associate with. There are criminals that I condemned their acts.
But isn't there a chance that, I mean, the possibility that all the things you're saying could be true? However, the same narrative could also be empirical, that the bandits are majority from the Fulani extraction, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, if the bandits are from the Fulani extraction, then are you calling every Fulani man a bandit?
Yeah, but that is the point that has not been made.
All right, let me ask you another question. The majority of the people in ESN and IPOP are Igbos. We up till now have the tag of unknown gunmen. Why is it that we don't have the tag Igbo gunmen?
Now, when you hear the word unknown gunmen, you cannot call unknown gunmen Igbo gunmen because you have not seen them. If you see this unknown gunmen, most of the people called unknown gunmen, some of them are even Hausa people. When you were calling IPOB and ESN that they were the one responsible for the unaliving of people, even your own stooges in Biafra land, Hope Uzodinma, came out and said that they were all political killings, that IPOB was not involved. Your own governors that you are using against us admitted that IPOB is not part of this evil, that they are just tagging IPOB a bad name. So when did they transform unknown government to Igbo men? After all, we are not even the ones that call them unknown government. We are not the one. It is your news. Because if you know them, why not identify them? You know the unknown government. Bring them out and then identify them. So people you cannot identify. You call them unknown. But for the Fulani, we can identify them. We see them. Herdsmen going out with AK-47. And then we know they are Fulani. You have admitted here that they are bad people and you don't identify with them. And should we count you as a terrorist? Nobody's counting you as a terrorist except you admit that you are one. So if you do not admit that you are one, please keep your mouth shut and stop talking like a fool, because you're just making yourself look like a stupid goat. Because right now, how can you be saying unknown Igbo gunmen? Igbo gunmen, how? Igbo gunmen, Bawo, how? How do you transform unknown gunmen to Igbo gunmen? You must be sick in your head. Anofia.
Point that has not been made.
All right, let me ask you another question. The majority of the people in ESN and IPOP are Igbos. We up till now have the tag of unknown gunmen. Why is it that we don't have the tag Igbo gunmen? I'm asking you that same question.
I suppose you have to talk to the people who are using unknown gunmen.
No. I'm asking you the same question because you asked me the same question, that the majority of the herdsmen, the bandits, are Fulanis. And what is wrong with associating the Fulani?
I'm saying it's a fact that some of them are Fulani.
It's also a fact that 100% of members of ESN and IPOP that are perpetrating the criminality in southeastern part of Nigeria are Igbo people. Why don't we label them as Igbo gunmen? Why don't we?
Do you have any evidence of IPOB and ESN perpetrating any evil? Like, I don't know what you call evil. We can name the evil that is going on in the north. The evil of, people go to farm, they don't return. In Biafra land, people go to farm. As long as there is no Fulani herdsmen in the bush, they return. People go to church, they're scared because people will come there and set them ablaze. In Biafra land, no church is burned down. Not even a mosque is burned down. So people receive letters in their communities that they will be coming to preach to them, that if they don't accept, they will unalive them. They actually come and they do this thing to unalive people. People have been chased away from their communities in the north, northeast and north central, whatever you call the north. They chase them out and they take over their communities and rename it. Such a thing you can never find in the east, in the southeast, as we call it. So what are you driving at, you moron? Go and solve your problem. Go and dine and wine with your terrorists. And leave us the hell alone. Leave us the hell alone.
Also a fact that 100% of members of ESN and IPOP that are perpetrating the criminality in southeastern part of Nigeria are Igbo people. Why don't we label them as Igbo gunmen? Why don't we label them as Igbo?
Important in your view? Why is the equalization?
The equalization is important in the sense that you will be able to understand the hypocrisy that is clouded in the narratives that is being sent to the outside world.
Who is a hypocrite? You are the hypocrite here. All the people that are caught in your side, they are Fulani. Even in our own side in Biafra land, when they catch the terrorists or the kidnappers, they are most often Fulani. Those that are rescued or those that escape, when we ask them, they will tell you they were all speaking Hausa language or Fufude language. They are Fulani. Even in our own side. In the south, Niger Delta area, or where you people call South. Yeah, in the south. Yeah, they catch them in their forest. They discover that they are what? They are Fulani people. They are Hausa Fulani people. So what is it that you are trying to protect here? You are the one that is a hypocrite. And you are looking for another person to give the tag hypocrisy or hypocrite? What is wrong with you?
Fortunately and unfortunately for the northern part of the country, it lacks the mouthpiece to express itself. Most of the outlets, media outlets that are dishing out news and news agendas for Nigeria, for Nigerians, to the outside world, are people that hardly even understand the northern part of the region. So they send out narratives that suit their own interests. It's commendable, and it is a matter of urgency and necessity for our leaders in the north to start thinking about a mouthpiece that is going to extend and that is going to spread our own thinking and our own narrative. We are peace-loving people, we are humble people, and we are a religious people. I have told you in a recent interview that was conducted here with me, a Christian that is living in any part of Kano State is safer than a Muslim that is living in any part of Plateau. And that's a fact. In the past 20 years, how many Christians were killed in Kano? In the past 20 years, how many Muslims were killed, murdered, gruesomely murdered in Plateau? We recently have the issue of General Al-Ghali. In the southeastern part of the country, we have the issue of Gulag. We have the issue of Harira that was killed along with her six children and a pregnant baby.
If you have to cherry pick incident.
Cherry picker. Thank you for calling him cherry picker. He's calling Gulag. You see, these people are just evil, very evil. Now, you know why they are running like a headless chicken? Because we are here on the social media. We are here on the international stage. We are here changing the narrative because the narrative they have always been painting. Remember, there was a time they placed a ban on all the news stations that none of them should report any of the killings going on in Nigeria. They banned them. NBC, Nigeria Broadcasting Corporation, anybody that report about the Fulani killing in Nigeria, they will fine them 5 million. But now that the news is all over social media, they are no longer talking about that. Remember, when they want to talk, they will keep saying allegedly, 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 especially all these numbers that come out of the people that have been murdered. If this era of social media didn't come in, these over 200 people that were murdered in Kwara, nobody would have heard about it. Do you remember the time when the Sultan of Sokoto was saying that social media is a terrorist organization? Because the social media was now exposing the things that they never wanted anybody to know about. That's why this one is cherry picking. The killing of Gulag, the killing. Go to Kaduna, go to Kanu, and see how Christians cannot be bold to go to church, to claim that they are Christians. In Kaduna, for instance, Southern Kaduna, people, churches no longer exist in those parts of the world. Or is it in Kanu that he's talking about, where there is Sharia law? People cannot freely move, dress the way they want in Kanu. If you dress the way you want in Kanu, they will use Sharia law on you. And he said they are not killing people. When you have put people under fear, and people cannot freely express themselves the way they want. He's telling you for the past 20 years. He's even giving you, that means before the 20 years ago, that we're unaliving of people. Any little riot in Kano, maybe something just happens, about Islam or whatever, you will see they will pick it up, riot, and they will be targeting Igbo people. Now, this news anchor is telling him, if you are cherry picking, I want us to hear what the news anchor man was telling him. If you're cherry picking, that means, how about the Deborahs and the rest of them?
Gruesomely murdered in Plateau. We recently have the issue of General Ali. In the southeastern part of the country, we have the issue of Gulag. We have the issue of Harira that was killed along with her 6 children and
if you have to cherry
a
pick
pregnant baby.
If you have to cherry pick incidents, there are others who would also cherry pick incidents of mob action. Whether it's Deborah in Sokoto, for instance, or several other incidents where Christians have lost their lives as a result of their faith. I mean, there's always room for everybody to cherry pick and make his own point. But the larger conversation
we are cherry picking,
where are the common denominators?
The common denominators here is there is widespread insecurity in Nigeria, and it affects everybody. And the federal government needs to do the needful. Take a look at the legal brief that Joash Amopitan has written, dissect it, and look at the comments that are contained in that legal brief. And
now, watch this part. This part is getting interesting. Joash Alapiton, as he's calling Joash, is the current INEC chairman. He's a Christian. There is a legal brief he wrote, about 80 pages. And in that brief, the man exposed the Christian genocide going on in Nigeria. He exposed it. And now this bastard here is calling it a treasonable offense. And that thing is hurting them. When you expose the killing of Christians in Nigeria, they don't want to hear it. They don't want you to say there are killing of Christians because they will tell you, even Muslims are also killing. They are also killing Muslims. How can you say it's not a religion motivated? It is a... Shut the hell up your dirty, stinking mouth. Shut that your smelly mouth. I want you to hear him when he's talking about somebody. And they are seriously calling for the resignation of that man, because the man wrote something about this Islamic jihad and the Christian genocide going on in Nigeria. He wrote about it long before he became, they appointed him as the INEC chairman. And these people are angry. How dare you speak about this thing? How dare you speak the truth? But Nigeria is not known for speaking the truth. All right, listen to this. I don't want to stop it again. I want you to hear it all.
The denominators here is there is widespread insecurity in Nigeria, and it affects everybody. And the federal government needs to do the needful. take a look at the legal brief that Joash Amopitan has written, dissect it, and look at the comments that are contained in that legal brief and the signals that it sends to the outside world.
Do you think the INEC chairman is responsible for what is playing out right now? Because you keep referencing that legal brief.
Of course, he is the author of the legal brief. His seal is there, his name is on it. And up till today, he has not come out to dissociate himself from that legal brief. So we have to hold him accountable. It's a treasonable offense. I repeat it again, it's a treasonable offense.
Are you hearing it? Somebody speaks the truth. They're telling you to come out and debunk the truth you spoke. That's why people like Sunday Igboho is disgusting. That's why people like Sunday Igboho is so annoying. To tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come and dialogue with Nigeria. So what do you mean dialogue? Sunday Nnamdi Kanu dialoguing with Nigeria will mean that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will suspend or will stop believing in the freedom of Biafra and start believing in one Nigeria. Or that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should now depend on Tinubu to make life better for Biafra. Tinubu is a bloody liar, a kingpin. Do you know that America is still debating whether or not to release the full story of Tinubu's involvement in drug in America? Do you know that? Do you know? And then somebody wants Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to dialogue with that drug baron. Somebody that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have already exposed. And I told you how bad and how terrible that man is. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never apologize for speaking the truth. Never. But these bastards, they will always want you to come and apologize for speaking the truth. They say he's a treasonable offense. That somebody spoke the truth and said that that is a Christian genocide. They are calling it a treasonable offense. You should come and debunk it. Treasonable offense, my foot.
His seal is there, his name is on it. And up till today, he has not come out to dissociate himself from that legal brief. So we have to hold him accountable. It's a treasonable offense. I repeat it again, it's a treasonable offense. Calling for the use of external...
For a lawyer to...
is a treasonable offense. Calling for the intervention of foreign military forces in your country. Calling for the United Nations forces, the IU forces, the ECOWAS forces.
I mean, you just said the First Lady is asking for military strikes in the north. Is that also treasonable felony as far as you're concerned?
The First Lady of the country made a statement, and that statement can be interpreted in a different manner. This we are talking about a legal brief, a document that is of 80 pages that somebody sat down, drafted, and even said in that legal brief that Fulanis were latecomers to Nigeria as they joined Nigeria in the 19th century, forgetting that the Usman and Fodio jihad took place over 200 years ago, and associating everything that is happening in Nigeria today to the jihad of Sheikh Usman and Fodio. What is the link? What he has successfully done in that legal brief is label any northern Muslim as complicit in the killing of Christians in northern Nigeria.
That is your understanding of it.
That's what he did.
I mean, that's your understanding
of it. That is what is contained in the legal brief.
Okay, so
and that is what I understand from what I read in the legal brief.
You don't believe the New York Times reporting of an obscure screwdriver who has put together a report that has been used to reference what the U.S. Congress is using as data points.
What the U.S. Congress has done.
As data points.
What the U.S. Congress has
done. Genocide.
What the U.S. Congress has done is listen to a narrative that is one-sided, perfected their investigation that is one-sided, never took time or care to go and listen to the people in Katsina, to go and listen to the people in Kaduna, to go and listen to the people in Zamfara, to go and listen to the people in Sokoto, to go and listen to the people in Maiduguri. All the references that are being...
Now, U.S. Congress do not need to go to Sokoto to listen to people. They do not need to go to Katsina to listen to people. You know why? In those places, there is hardly Christians there anymore. You forget that these people have their agents on the ground. People like Mike Arnold. Mike Arnold have visited Nigeria 16 times. 16 good times. And these people have their own networks. People like Paul. There's one man called Paul, that's a little bit pumpy one. They have their network on ground. They have gone to all these places. They know the places where there used to be Christians, but there are no more Christians. In Castina, for example, the Christians are hardly found in those places now. They've all run away for their lives. If these people are unaliving Christians in Plateau, is it Christians in Castina that they will spare? If they are unaliving Christians in Benue, is it Christians in Meduguri and Sokoto that they will spare? These places are hardly Christian areas. Southern Kaduna already is empty of Christians. So they don't need to go there to hear from them, you moron. They know more than you. They have satellites everywhere. They're following the events on ground. You're just a moron. You don't know anything. You should go and listen to people in Katsina, listen to people in Meduguri. You're a fool. They don't need to go there. They have all the reports. Now, coming to see those in Benue, for example, it's not because they don't know. It's just to make the people on ground there, those that are suffering, make them know that, look, they feel their plight. They've heard their cry, and they are coming to save them. That's why they had to come with Raleigh Moore and the rest of them. But evidence of what was happening there, they already have them. They have all the details of what's happening there. You're just sick in your head. You don't know anything. You should go to Casina. You should go one-sided.
Is listening to a narrative that is one-sided, perfected their investigation that is one-sided, never took time or care to go and listen to the people in Katsina, to go and listen to the people in Kaduna, to go and listen to the people in Zamfara, to go and listen to the people in Sokoto, to go and listen to the people in Maiduguri. All the references that are being made is that they had a visit, they investigated in Benue, and they were relying on materials that were being sent out from Nigeria. That is a one-sided approach to the whole matter, and it is grossly unfair to Engineer Rabiu Musa Konkoso.
Oh my God. This is one hell of a country that you don't ever want. You don't want to experience Nigeria twice. Oh, no. You don't want to experience Nigeria twice. So if you are able to survive Nigeria once, you don't pray it happens again to you. You don't pray it happens to you again, honestly. You don't pray it happens to you again. This is even Punch. You see, Punch reported it. Punch reported the Igbo. Punch, a Yoruba Nation activist, Igbo, urges Nnamdi Kanu to embrace dialogue. Can you imagine? Igbo, shame on you, Igbo. Shame on you. Now, they are thinking that Obi Kubana, look at what is written here. Obi Kubana relocated his family to the UK 3 years ago. To him, Nigeria is irredeemable and a carcass. This is why he uprooted his family and sent them away to the UK. He makes money here in Nigeria and repatriates it to his family living in a same country. The same applies to Kubana chief priest. These selfish elites shout city boy while gaslighting Nigerians into believing a failed government deserves another chance. The children of the poor who cannot afford to relocate can enjoy a failed government, while their families are suited for a government that works abroad. What a life. Meanwhile, this is the first time in my life I've seen a 51-year-old man reduce himself to a boy because of political patronage. The truth is this: it is Obi Kubana and his friends' inalienable right to support whoever they want. Even that person is a devil, it is also your right as a young person living in Nigeria to boycott their businesses and stop buying anything they are selling. Your wallet can never and should not patronize anything associated with them because they are after your life. This is how you hold a grudge, by voting with your wallet. See them. Look at Toby Kubana with this shameless Tinubu son. Pathetic. Now, this one is heartbreaking. This woman here is the wife of Tinubu. She is a pastor in Redeem. She's supposed to be a pastor. They call them senior pastors, the assistant senior pastor, APP or whatever. I don't know the rank he has gotten to now in Redeem. Senior pastor. Somebody wrote, the Free Press. He said, when I met her in Washington, D.C., she was reluctant. This woman was reluctant to acknowledge that Christians like her are being attacked in her country, despite all the evidence of widespread atrocities. You see that? She was reluctant. Tinubu's wife was reluctant to admit that Christians are being persecuted, that Christians are being attacked in her own country, despite all the evidence that she herself knows. And then they also show her the evidence. People outside the country that don't live in Nigeria, they were showing this shameless pastor, wife of president, they were showing her the evidence in her own country. And she was reluctant. She was reluctant. She couldn't admit. She was reluctant to acknowledge that Christians like her were being attacked in her own country. Can you imagine that? Now, there's an update here that I don't know if people have seen it. One of our brother, Mazi Victor Ozoaganobi, wrote to the same website. I don't know. I tried to do this. I got a reply through another website, but I'm still waiting to get. I wanted to get the real link to write this letter. I want the real link to write this letter. But Victor Zaganobi got the link and wrote the letter, the same letter that Ngozo Rabu Fulani wrote and came to deceive Biafrans that Donald Trump, acknowledged her. Victor Obinna Ozaganobi, that is it. You can see his name there. Then the White House responded to Victor and said, "Dear Mazi Victor Obinna Ozaganobi, thank you for your letter and for sharing your views." The same way Ngozi was replied. Because it is what? It is AI generated, internet automatic generated. It's not something that was written. It's something that anybody can get. I told you guys here. That's why God will punish anybody that is lying and deceiving Biafrans in this movement. That same letter that shameless Fulani woman wrote, they wrote back to Victor, "Thank you for your letter and for sharing your view. The strength of our country lies in the spirit of the American people and their willingness to stay informed and get involved. I appreciate you taking the time to share your thoughts. For the latest information about my administration, policy, initiatives, please visit the White House website, www.whitehouse.gov. Melania, which is Donald Trump's wife, joins me in sending our best wishes to you and your family. Sincerely." You see the signature? The same thing that shameless woman got. Now let me read what Victor Ozaganobi wrote. He wrote a very long one. I'll be patient to read it. So I'm just here to update you on so many things, and this is one of them. "This is my own copy of Trump automated response to my letter. Ngozi Arabueze's cascade of lies, exaggerated claims, fabricated credentials, contradictory stories, and reckless self-promotion has now reached its absolute apex. What began as isolated incidents of embellishment has metastasized into a pattern of sustained deception that is actively poisoning public perception of the Biafran struggle. Every fresh falsehood she peddles does not merely embarrass her personally, it rubbishes the entire quest for Biafran independence in the eyes of the world. That's why I said, how long will this woman continue to insult our intelligence? She's bringing shame to some of you that call yourself freedom fighters. Every fresh falsehood she peddles does not merely embarrass her personally, it rubbishes the entire quest for Biafran independence in the eyes of the world. Each viral clip of her contradictions, each proven fabrication, each theatrical performance presented as leadership chips away at the credibility, dignity, and moral authority that generations of Biafrans have paid for in tears and blood. Oh, Chineke Nnam. We are not exposing her because we hate Biafra. We're exposing her precisely because we love Biafra and refuse to watch it reduced to a laughing stock, a meme, or an object of international pity. This is no longer about one person's ego or one woman's antics. This is now about whether the Biafran independence movement will allow itself to be hijacked and discredited by pathological deceit. The moment has come for every serious-minded Biafran, home and abroad, young and old, IPOB or non-IPOB, to draw a firm line. Ngozi Arabu Fulani, enough is enough. We must rise collectively, decisively, and without apology to stop her before she completely ruins what remains of our global standing and moral capital. The longer we pretend this is a minor distraction, the more irreversible the damage becomes. Our quest for self-determination is too sacred, too costly, and too urgent to be held hostage by one individual's compulsive lying and treacherous behavior. We expose to protect, we speak to preserve, we confront to save the struggle from becoming the very joke our enemies have always wished it would become. Biafra deserves truth. Biafra deserves seriousness. Biafra deserves better, and we will ensure it gets exactly that. The cleansing of the movement begins now. No retreat, no compromise, no more tolerance for sabotage disguised as activism. Save Biafra from deceit. Hashtag. You see, because when you go to the comment section, you will see some people attacking Ugo 247 because Ugo 247 is the one that posted this scene from Victor, attacking him and saying, hey, how dare you? Hey, you are leading. We are just fighting one of your own. Why are you fighting another Biafran? Very stupid, foolish people. Why are you fighting someone? Somebody will even say, hey, this your own letter is fake. You can see it. The signature is not the same. It's fake. Hey! Chineke nonye bere. Our people. My people. Sachana nyonu. Don't allow yourself to be deceived, please. Do not allow yourself to be deceived. Do not allow yourself to be deceived. Okay, so now let's let me play some more videos for you. Odumeje, I think I will play a video today because I like what you were preaching there. I don't know. I think I will play Odumeje's own. Okay, before I play Odumeje's own, we have listened to this video before in the past. I want us to listen to it again. Which one do I listen to first? Okay, let's listen to this one. This one is very important. I love the way Saddam, my brother here, Saddam, actually explained this is part 2 of where he explained the outburst of Isaac Fayoshe and some of the narratives that people are painting about Obi Kubana and the rest of them. Now, I want you to hear it again. This one is very, very interesting because he explained actually the true nature of the Igbo people in the zoo and what they are and the potential they have. And then some people are actually watering down our efficacy and our potentials, what we are capable of and what we have been able to achieve as in the Igbo. This young man understands this better and he actually gives it up here. So let's listen to him. After that, I'll play Odumeje, and then if there's nobody that comes into my room, I'll go and sleep until tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is town hall. Tomorrow is town hall meeting. Very, very important town hall meeting by 7 p.m. Biafra time. Town hall meeting by 7 p.m. Biafra time. Please do not forget that. So let's listen to Sadem.
So my last post on Isaac Fellowship drew a whole lot of analysis, counter arguments, pro and against, and it prompted one of my big chairmen to call me on phone just to shed more light to things probably he think I did not understand or think I did not see or I'm not seeing from an angle. And I ended up educating him, and he was screaming. He was like, Saddam, make a video about this. Hopefully it's going to be in the comment section on this video. And that's what I want to share right now. So I just asked him a simple question, which I want to ask everybody right now. Listen to me. Wizkid is a Yoruba boy. Seun Kuti is a Yoruba boy. Davido is a Yoruba guy. These three guys, then they fight. You will not hear anything like Yorubas are not united. Now imagine it is Flavor and Fino that are having problems. How it will be portrayed. Igbos are not united. Let me take you guys back again. In 1999, there was a consensus with the political elites. We are zoning the ticket to the southwest. What happened? Obasanjo emerged. Olufalaye emerged. They were on the ticket. A united tribe would have just brought out one person and said, this is our anointed candidate, and allow him go. If it were the Igbos, the common phrase would be like, they are not united. That's why they cannot support one person. They cannot even support their own. When it was time of Yar'Adua, Buhari contested, Atiku contested, Yar'Adua contested. 3 Fulani men were on the ballot in 3 different parties. Ribadu contested. 4 Fulani men were on the ballot. Imagine a scenario whereby they zone the tickets to the southeast and Peter Obi contest, Alex Oti contest. Maybe this useless Ojizo Kanu and the rest contest. The story will be, Igbos are not united, they cannot even support one person. So it is important for people to understand that unity is not tied to tribe. It is tied to common purpose, common ideology. So you can be a thief, an Igbo man that is a thief, or a Yoruba man that is a thief, and a Hausa man that is a thief. You will see them unite together and do things based on their common shared interest. Unity is gotten from interest. You must have a common shared interest for there to be unity. I am saying this one more time. There is no tribe in Nigeria that is more united than the Igbo people. Are they perfect? Far from it. Do they have sellouts? Perfectly. Like it's in every tribe. But for the fact that even the Igbo leaders that we are dragging today are the last to come to the table of this disgusting mandate, it shows a whole lot. The North were already on Tinubu's balls before 2023, the Northern elites. The Yoruba elites were already on Tinubu's balls since 2023. The South Southerners were on his balls, some since 2023, and some joined him in after post-elections. The Southeasterners were the ones who were doing Nicodemus, the elite class were doing Nicodemus in the night, they are with him. And they're not the ones then the rest are not coming in late to the party. But the standard on which you're going to judge them is different from the standard you're going to judge the Yorubas. You cannot tie Nnamdi Kanu's struggle to any other struggle in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is demanding that he wants an out of the country, the federation. And he's standing on his 10 toes. Are you hearing Sunday Igboho come out and say Yoruba Nation anymore? His Oga is in power right now, so he's not going to agitate for Yoruba Nation. But Nnamdi Kanu is telling you, Oga, give me my Biafra.
Sunday Igboho, Oga is in power right now. He's not asking for anything. But Nnamdi Kanu is standing with his 10 toes. Oga, give me my Biafra. That's Igbo for you. I love that line, and I want him to repeat it.
To any other struggle in Nigeria. Then the rest are not coming in late to the party. But the standard on which you're going to judge them is different from the standard you're going to judge the Yorubas. You cannot tie Nnamdi Kanu's struggle to any other struggle in Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu is demanding that he wants an out of the country, the federation. And he's standing on his 10 toes. Are you hearing Sunday Igboho come out and say Yoruba Nation anymore? His Oga is in power right now, so he's not going to agitate for Yoruba Nation. But Nnamdi Kanu is telling you, Oga, give me my Biafra. That's what he wants. So you cannot argue along these lines without bringing in context. And so I'm just here to show you guys that when it comes to this so-called Igbos are not united, it's a psychological warfare that even so many Igbos themselves are victims of. They don't know. I used to think that way before. But I started asking myself a question. What are the standards of unity? And why is the standard so high for the Igbos and low for other people? So 3 Yoruba people can come out and fight each other, and it is normal business. The blogs are carrying it as normal. But if 2 Igbos come out and fight, it is Igbos are not united. There is no tribe in Nigeria that empowers their people than the Igbos. The Igbo apprentice system is actually the most renowned business system in the world, where you pick up somebody from nobody, someone that you have no interest in, no ties to.
Well, I don't know why the team finished like this. Let me see. Let me go to his page. Let me go to his handle. Let me go to his handle and see. Did it just end there? Emir Sadem. Let me see. Let me see his page. Did it just end there? Let me see. As if I part 2, it ended there. It's very short. It didn't just break. It didn't just break up. The thing just, am I muted? No. The thing just ended up so abruptly without any. Wait, let me see. Let's see. Could this be it? It's
analysis, counter arguments, pro and against, and it prompted one of my big chairmen to call me.
This is the same thing.
So my last post on Isaac Fellowship drew a whole lot of analysis, counter arguments, pro and against, and
complete now.
It prompted one of my big chairmen to call me on phone just to shed more light to things probably he think I did not understand or think I did not see or I'm not seeing. There are people than the Igbos. The Igbo apprentice system is actually the most renowned business system in the world, where you pick up somebody from nobody, someone that you have no interest in, no ties to, and that person serves you, and you settle that person and establish that person. No tribe is doing it in the country. No tribe is doing it in this probably bare maybe the Indians and Chinese. So many Igbos, I'm saying this because many Igbos are victims of this brainwashing. They don't even know. You're not going to get common purpose that people are going to be united and agree with you in everything. No, I must not agree with you in everything. Doesn't mean that we're not united. I asked a question on my comment section. I said, Cain will kill Abel for Bible. Now Igbo them be. That is human nature for you. Humans align towards common purpose and common interest. Is this me making an excuse for this, our useless set of Igbo elites of today? No, I'll have a different day for them. But I'm saying right now that the standard on which Nigerians say things about when Igbos are involved and when other people are involved is totally different. In the last elections that just happened, 2023 elections, as I can remember, there's only one Igbo man that was on the ballot box. Only one. In 2023, we had Kwankwaso from the north, Atiku from the north. From the southwest, we had Tinubu from the southwest. MK Abiola's son contested from the southwest. The current guy, I think is SDP or so, the SDP guy was from the southwest. So is from the southwest. We had like 5 Yoruba people that was in this last election, so. But for the Igbos, they only want people to come out. But are the Igbos not united? The people will bring like 5 people, they're united. Kai Nigeria, na lie. Na lie. I will not fall for this brainwashing, na lie. The standard you guys judge Igbos are different in that country. And I said this, all this thing came out from the Civil War. I understand this. Many Nigerians and many Igbos don't understand what I'm saying. They are your victims of psychological warfare. There have been a psychological warfare going on in Nigeria since after the Civil War up until date. That many people are moving and thinking and wondering and say, and when you repeat a lie a million times, it begins to sound like the truth. Any small thing two Igbo people do, they say they're not united. But Tinubu can fight with Obani Koro. Tinubu can fight with Bode George. Afe Babalola can lock up Dele Faro to me, but they're united. Come on, my people, let us do. We can do better. I just hope this open one or two people's eyes to understand the psychological warfare in Nigeria when I speak about how the Igbos are held to a different standard than other tribes.
Wow. Wow.
Your phone. Just
Wow, that's a big one, yeah. That's a big one. Very, very, very powerful, and I appreciate this guy. He's doing a lot. He's doing a lot. All right. I think it's Odumaje's turn now. Is it Odumaje's turn? I think it's Odumaje's turn. Okay, I'm supposed to play this. Oh my God, this one long go. This one long go. Let me play Odumaje's on this one long because we have listened to it before, and it's long. 27 minutes, which is half an hour. Let's listen to what Odumaje had to say. Let's see what Odumaje had to say.
Every Nigeria must praise that man, Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for everybody, because all these people you call senator, governor, they are there eating your own resources with them and their family. That is why they don't want you to divide the country, because these six, they are using your resources. Look at Imo State. Imo State don't even know what they have. Why should the president are coming there every time? Imo State have oil. The whole Imo State is supposed to go and fight for their oil. Imo have oil, but they don't know that that oil are taken by the federal government in the name of Nigeria, eating their own resources. That Imo State, all the whole Imo State, every son and daughters of the son of the soil of Imo State, the government must be paying you salary and give you a job. That is why you see all those men telling you, hey, don't divide. Why should Nnamdi Kanu we feel remorse? Remorse of who? People that you're using one Nigeria, taking what belongs to you. Look at Abia State. Abia State. Aba. Look at the little money from their own resources they are getting. What of if you have freedom? If we have freedom, we don't need to begging people from our money, from our resources, to give us our resources to use to develop our own country. You are begging somebody to give you your own money, your resources to develop your country. That is what Nnamdi Kanu is fighting. If it's for deal that he play game, his own game is already entered. Now he will name his price. They will pay him and he enters home. They are angry against him. All the politicians is because an Igbo land, because he refused to do politics. He refused to submit to join them. He said, no, I want these people to be free. I want this Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. There's no way these people are made to be together, because there is no love in themselves
at all.
But because all the people, the senator, the governor, the president, because of one Nigeria, they are taking what belongs to you and eating your own resources and using it to build their family and also train their children that are not Nigeria, that are not the true son of the land, fallen children, training them in a good school in overseas. But you are going school in this country. Look at you, look at the people. You feel remorse for who? People that are using you, that they will feel remorse. His anger is because we are living like a fool that we don't know. Look at how people are negotiating with the bandits. It's because they don't want the people to spoil their business. That is why they are settling people that are supposed to be killed. And they saw a president, they saw a governor, even I saw the son of president. They sit down with a criminal, a bandit, a man that kidnapped people, and you let her go and beg him and pay him. Can you stop kidnapping? Can you stop the bandits? You called him and begin to beg him, please, how much I will pay you so that you can release people you kidnap. The person will say, this business, they work.
They work.
They work. This is the kind government and the leader and the president you have. Okay, we died many years ago. We are fathers. This is our country. And we talk too much. It's high time we shall come out for protest. We fight for our light. Take the government out of these old people. They are there. All this is, I'm a senator, I'm a governor, I'm a president. They are there for themselves. Do you know what they call leaders? Look at the way the country is. Since I have told, nothing have ever changed. The food is skyrocketing.
Odumeje is calling for protests, but Tinubu's pastor is praying. Odumeje is telling you it's time we rise up and protest. Just imagine all the old pastors will call for this protest. It will lead to a revolution, a peaceful revolution.
No job. Meeting upon meeting. Which meeting? Meeting to borrow monies. The money you are borrowing, the government use our name as the Nigeria, use our name borrowing money in our head. Now, all those money they borrow, my money is there, your money is there, it's on your head. They borrow it in the name of one Nigeria and go and borrow the money. It is your money. They use your name. They use you to go and borrow that money. If God did not send the man, Nnamdi Kanu, why did all the man saying is true? It tell you that flan, all these people will rise. It tell you when those things are not happening. And it tell you that who will take over the government, the leadership as a president is Tinubu. And it tell you that the person that will work it at is the INEC chairman. He said everything because it's a God that sent him to come and liberate you from this bad Nigerian government. I am sorry for any human being that is not praying or standing for that man, Nnamdi Kanu. If it is a game, he have already the game has worked. Now we will name his price, they will pay him and he will go home. But he said, no, I am not for game. These people, it's happening in the time of Moses. Moses have that opportunity, but God is sending. Moses is not a pastor or a man of God. Moses is a man that was born in a city that is sure that people has hijacked the city and make these people to begin to work for them, building their country and use their own strength that they will use to build their nation, building another nation in Egypt. Moses said, no, I must save my people. That is why God used Moses to bring, even when Egypt, even when Israel are fighting him, they did not know what they're fighting about. Israel later confessed, Moses, why you don't allow us to die in Egypt? Do you know people that is fighting for? Later said to Moses, Moses, why you do not allow us to die in Egypt? And you bring us out here to die in desert. That is what we are doing to our brother today. Imo State, yeah, we have oil. But do you know that Imo State did not know that they have a resource that will feed all the whole Imo State and give every sons and daughters of Imo State their salary without even you working? But that oil is not managing by Imo State. Everything going to Lagos. Everything going to Lagos. In the name of one Nigerian that don't exist. I pray for you. May God fight your battle. May God fight your battle. We are not glowing up. We glow up and begin to know why politicians are begging you. Do you think they are begging you because they love you? Nah, lie. Because they are using you. That is why election, you will see where they will hana ngoka. If only da afwanya, a politician, man election look at if you be na ngoka. Say, how are you? Suta Megan. Oh. If you find a main load, fana yara, ne lea ko green, ne lea ko sell, on a webu na main load. On a kadoji kwa get you one, a bono, a load. So that businessmen, because they are using you. Well, I be a state if Yana Ropota, shake them when we're freedom. You are now taking your own resources to work for yourself. In your own resources, mother pioneer or that chage, is here because I'm calling you one again because I am under on a Kenya Londozo. Is here, thank you, sir. In your own money, your resources. We are very stupid. All the whole youth of this country, let us arise and take back our country and decided how we are going to do this. Thank God that everything in Nnamdi Kanu has tell you is already happening. Are you not seeing the Fulanis everywhere who are the ones supplying them such sophisticated weapon? It is the people that they know. They use it for politics. Take care, man. And any promises ni na nenya. You mo go promise your Nnamdi Kanu. All of them are angry with him because he did not want to take the bribe and join them. If it is a game all over guy ya bago. You need to say name the price. Akwa you go on our of country. You go one desert. And now there are people that don't want you to be free. When we sit down and begin to ask God so many things, and I tell you, your man, I saw when our brother confessing fear, how fear. Our billionaires say, if we want to confess fear, segena iyebula alaji mweta alamajeri. Outside, nobody loves you. Nigeria, Igbo, Yoruba, when I love Libya, it's better we tell ourselves truth. If a marriage cannot be in love, only separate, they be divorce. Look at how people carry gun, pursuing people in the name of Nigeria. Open about this one Nigeria. Can all these people carry gun and pursue us? There's no way they can enter our own country. If you carry that gun, you carry them for your people. We'll be watching you people in our own net. That not people are fighting, you know. If we are killing ourselves, you know we are fighting ourselves. No politician, no one loves you. They are there for their business. No one loves you. That is why in election, you see them, how they will be good to you. They will be humble. They say, how are you? You will see them inside village where they have never go for one day. And going inside the village, you see where a woman in a and all they say, Ugusi kwake that need did not love you as a politician. Or say same picture, post to an internet yours, boy. He was a good man. No politician is a good man. If they are good to you, if politicians they love you, people that want to represent you, they will give you 24 hours. Go to their houses, all of them have 24 hours light. Their children are going to good hospital. They have a doctor in overseas. If their children are getting with sick, they travel. Why can't they give it to you if they love you as a politician? Like go to represent you. Many of them buy jets because they know that the road is not good. A government that loves his people, what the government must bring is development. 24 hours light. I've been saying it. Good load, jobs, paying the people from their own resources. That's why they saw one man where they fight for his people. They try everything possible to get that man. He's one of a man in Delta. And only thing they start to go and bribe him. Because the man fighting for his life, he know that the oil is from themselves. They have the oil. He's one of a strong man in Delta. They went and said to him immediately. Always pray. Only one person, I repeat it, that love you so much. Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He wants everybody to be free from the bondage of cabals. Why you saw them telling you stories that look like it's truth? Because it is a business to them. Jelam, Kelam, Jelan, Kelam. Why they are saying Kelam, Jelam? Anybody where you see speaking against Nnamdi Kanu is the highest enemy you have. Enemy of progress. People that don't believe, when you people don't believe in freedom that everybody connected, it will harm a lot of people. It will harm a lot of people. I stand to say, because heaven know that they sent me to stand for that. I can never stay without saying what God tell me to say.
Wow. Wow, wow.
But let me tell you, the danger that is coming in Igbo land, the danger that is coming. Keeping him there, and all of you people that gather as a killer because you people are enjoying. Hey, do this. The danger that is coming.
Tell them.
A lot of people shall feel the pain.
Tell them.
And pray that nothing happened to him, because if anything happened to him, that one shall be worse. And it's a man that sacrificed his life. And he have tell you, even if he's alive, Biafra must come. Even if he died, that one will be very fast. It will come fast. For you to know the kind person. Clap your hands for Nnamdi Kanu. It's your hero.
Yes. Wow. 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 No man, nobody fight Odumeje. Odumeje, you see, Odumeje. Odumeje is a man of Biafra. Indaboski. Our own Indaboski. Our own Indaboski, bo onye not with us. Yes.
Who you? Who born you? How do you exist? Who created you? How do you form and to challenge the family? Who born you? Who you? Who exists you? How do you born? How do you form? You think you got the powers? Patanaring. Adol vam. Kadukaji. Spiritual. You think you got the powers?
Patanaring.
Patanaring.
I thought the vam.
Tadog Vam to you, Judge. Kanukaji, spiritual, Hija. You're a warlord. That's why a dead man in a battlefield. Epidemic. Pandemic. Pandemonium. Catastrophe. Cataclysm. You're a burning fire.
If I a dog vam wakaga kana. You got to know name. Yes. You got to know name. In case you don't know, Tinubu have already signed a deal. Tinubu has signed a good deal within the terrorists too. Let me bring a very brief of that video. We've played it before on this our platform. I'll play it very quickly again. Tinubu has signed a good deal within the terrorists. Tinubu has signed a good deal within the terrorists. Listen to this one. Nobody can argue. Very brief, so that I have to see on Napo. Watch.
In order to become the president of Nigeria, nobody can argue there were deals that went on. But what he did was to play them against each other so that
you are
he could get a seat in the
presidency. President Tinubu had a deal with the terrorists.
Excuse me, it is no longer a secret anywhere in the world.
Hi everyone, welcome to this interview. This is a loaded interview, by the way, about the situation of things in Nigeria. I know many of us have been following the insecurity issue. Today, I will be interviewing someone who has been at the forefront of what is happening. If you don't know about the Macedonian Initiative, by the way, it's a faith-based, non-denominational NGO that has been responding to the systematic persecution of Christians in northern Nigeria since the 1990s. Now, the person that I want to interview today is not just a pastor. This man is a security consultant with more than 2 decades of experience, and he has also served as the Deputy Secretary General and the Director for Peace and Security at the African Union. Of course, he is the Global Overseer of Living Waters Unlimited Church and International Coordinator of the Macedonian Initiative. Please help me to welcome one of my fathers, Reverend Ladi Peter Thompson. Daddy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Adiola. And let me say quickly that we want to thank God who has given you a platform and a voice to speak in matters of opinion molding and consensus building. I think it's a lofty platform, and I pray you continue to use it well.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. First and foremost, a lot of people have been asking, what exactly are we dealing with? What is even going on?
I want to speak without a shred of doubt right now that what Nigeria is dealing with, it is both an ancient and a modern problem. And it is bigger, including religion, but bigger than religion. This is not an Usman Danfodio narrative. It's a more modern, more deadly, more intelligent Hydra, a supremacist agenda that was perfected by Osama bin Laden when he globalized the global resurgence of religious terrorism. This is not merely a Fulani problem. It's bigger than that. There are at least about 5-6 groups that we are reckoning with. It has a head in education. It has infiltrated our security defense systems. Over the years, it has infiltrated governance. It has infiltrated media.
Okay, so thank you so much, Daddy. But I feel like so far you have been speaking in parables. You are not naming. Okay, so you said 5 different heads. You need to put names. Also, you need to give the evidence of all these things that you are saying.
I told you it's a supremacist agenda that was designed to use Islam as a cover. That's why for the first 15-16 years, it was targeted only at Christians first. I told publicly that in the later years, towards the end, when they're about to strike Nigeria completely, they will start killing Muslims as well. So I said that about 10 years ago. You are dealing with something that is global, but has a local face. Its objective is to take the whole of Nigeria, not some of Nigeria. Now, it's going to use Islam and the Sharia to take Nigeria. All over the world, its tactics are different.
Who is trying to take Nigeria?
Now, let me put it for you like this. The architecture for the intelligence behind this thing is more than the local intelligence. But they have contacted local actors. You see, there's what they call the ISWAP. The Fulani is there. Then you have the Kanuri dominated Boko Haram. Then you have Lakurawa, Ansaru, and all those other offshoots of the global template provided by Al Qaeda. Many headed, only one heart. And what the idea is to take Nigeria, take West Africa, take the rest of Africa, and then use that resources to dominate the world.
Okay, so it's Al Qaeda that is trying to take over Nigeria through these different terrorist organizations.
An intelligence created by Al Qaeda between 1991 and 1996, Osama bin Laden was in Sudan, perfecting the model of how to globalize terrorism and rule the world with Sharia. And he knew they would have to kill Muslims as well. So what we're dealing with is bigger than just a religious problem. It's a supremacist agenda covering its face with Islamic religion.
So for people that may be watching right now, some of them will say, we've been hearing about things like this for a long time. Where is the actual evidence? Like what you said bin Laden drafted in Sudan. Is there a record of it somewhere? Like some people would say, where is the evidence to the things that you're saying?
Okay, one of the greatest weaknesses of the African nations of the world, including Nigeria, is the inability to mathematize inquiry. That is to collect statistics and data, crunch it, and then do what they call concatenation. That is to join all the dots and use that to come to a conclusion and predict things that when they happen, you will not be surprised. If you follow the media in Nigeria over the past 20-something years, there's nothing I have said beforehand that did not come to pass, including when the color of the terrorist, the color skin of the terrorist is going to change in the latter hours, when they are bringing in people from the Maghreb and they're bringing in other people from outside of our borders. So if you want evidence, I will give you some. Number one, let me give you something very simple. There's no place in the world that has responded to an already documented resurgence of global Islamism by claiming to arrest terrorists, and then you claim that you have de-radicalized them, and then you absorb them into the Nigerian army. You see, that one alone is an amazing case of stupidity. I've never heard of this kind of madness before. An armed robber comes to your house, you arrest him, instead of prosecuting him, you claim that you have changed his mind, and you now make him join your megadis. That is, of course, one. Number two, if we collate, I can tell you from the beginning, one of the things I discovered from the year 1999 to 2000 was government complicity. And why do I say so? We have reached a stage now where we are not afraid of anything anymore. In those days, we were more afraid of the enemy within than the enemy without. So today, there can be documents that I will give you, we'll put on display. When you find out that young girls are kidnapped, married off, taken away from their husbands, I mean, sometimes young girls are kidnapped, sometimes wives are kidnapped, married off Islamically, and you will see that a summons will come. The governors were aware. I can give you a case where we had to curb a terrorist attack in Kaduna State. We could tell you the modus operandi. It started with Gumi when he came back from Mecca, when he came back from Saudi Arabia. His first tafsir in Kaduna was a call to violence, to slaughter. The VHS came to me because we have been setting up early warning systems, and this is what a real early warning system is to prevent something. When we got it, we translated it into English, and at that time it was Obasanjo who was the president of Nigeria. Thank God for the first square general overseer, who is now Wilson Badejo, who assured me that what we prepared and gave to him was given to Obasanjo in his bedroom. But what they didn't know was that we were still monitoring Kaduna to see whether the arms build-up towards the execution was going to stop. When we saw that it was not going to stop, in fact, this is a good example I'm giving you, I had to call a special strategic session with media, because media is a force expander in this new war form, this Hydra-headed war form. At that time, the man they call Additional, who became Buhari's media, whatever, was at that time an editor-in-chief or something in one of the newspapers. They gathered together, and I told them, this is the problem. They are about to kill 600 to 900 people. Femi Additional. They are about to kill 600 to 900 people in Kaduna. And I said to them, we have sent all the information to the army, to all the places. There's nobody stopping them. Unknown to them, we were monitoring. The Gumi boy went into the SSS office in Kaduna laughing and came out laughing. When I got that report in Lagos, we decided to call this media meeting and say, look, how do we solve this? Now, there's a headline that we have to put up where they did as if they interviewed the head of CAN and had to interview Gumi. Immediately, we took the front pages, the full pages in the newspapers and the new media, and the news blew across the world. The queries came to the president of Nigeria. It was reported to me directly that the Gumi boy entered, then was a small boy, he entered the SSS office. This time he didn't come out laughing. He left the country immediately. Now, this is a guy who has been banned by Saudi Arabia. They didn't allow him to enter Saudi Arabia. Let me give you another proof. I was on television when I found out there was no other way of escape. When an Al Qaeda operative was already appointed as a federal minister in Buhari's government, and I questioned.
Do you mind naming that minister?
What's his name? Something Issa Pantami. How do I know? I supervised an evacuation in 2004 when a young Christian was slaughtered in the mosque of ATBU. That's Abubakar Tafawa Balewa University. Okay? Now, when we supervised that, it was this Pantami who was a lecturer in that university at that time, who put a fatwa on certain students because they preached the gospel to Muslims in a university. And at that time, when they killed that boy, we had to go and evacuate the others whose names I spoke to them recently. They are still afraid till now. The young guys brought them into Lagos. We made arrangements to take them into other countries where there's better respect for human worth. And then Sunday Achi was the name of the student who was murdered. Okay? At that time, for you to know how this thing works, there was a bishop who was working with the Obasanjo government who went to arrange for the burial of this boy. And when I said, let us make it an issue, they at that time were cooperating because they didn't realize how dangerous this Hydra is. Later, that Hydra attacked that bishop, almost killed him, finished his secretary. Fortunately, they couldn't catch his wife. They maimed him. And today, he's one of the forefront advocates who has realized how dangerous this thing is. I could easily give you many more examples. One of the former head of states who was claiming that there was nothing in his time, I was at a meeting with him in his home in Ota. When he gave me his own version of what he believed was going on, I said to him, sir, during your government, they were already building up more and more, infiltrating more and more. I said, do you remember a meeting you went to have in northern Nigeria when this thing started? When you left, they slaughtered every member of the family that entertained you. I said they were sending you a warning to back off. Now, some years later, he went for a security meeting outside Nigeria, and I think when they showed him the build-up of what is coming into Nigeria when the final phase comes. Look, the Nigerian army in totality, everybody knows what the number is. The last time they engaged the BH on 3 war fronts, it took almost 2.5 weeks to overcome. So everybody realizes that if you think the Nigerian army can withstand a combined forces of what ISWAP has planned in the future, what is working for us right now is very simple. Nigeria is 220 million people strong. The number of all these people who want to swallow Nigeria, they are not even up to 450,000. Now, the strength of this is, let me break one nonsense that is going all around. And this is what we have to be careful to counsel the US government about. Anybody who looks and thinks that the Fulani is a primary problem is a joker. The Fulani is not the primary problem. All the combined forces of all these people is not up to 400 and something million. Now, is it this ill-educated...
400 and something thousand.
Yes. All these ill-educated, all these, what can I say, anachronistic human beings who are wearing loincloths all over the whole place, do you think that they are the real problem? Listen, the Fulanis have told you that they were busy using their six when people came and gave them AK-47s and took their children to go and train. Why don't we realize that it's the intelligence that is arranging logistics, that is arranging safe passage for them? I have boys in the army. We used to pray for them. When they locate the enemy position in the Nigerian army, a signal comes from Abuja that they should not attack. The signal will be delayed. After 3 hours, they tell them, now go. The Boko Haram will have left that place.
So
what more proof
are
do we
you
need?
saying that the Nigerian government is involved in what is
What are you saying?
happening?
Even Jonathan, before he left, openly said they are in my cabinet. Look, this thing has been known to collapse nations from within. So there's nothing new about what is going on in Nigeria. It's just like the architecture of thought. I would rather speak to the younger generation, the digital generation who understand programming. Because it looks as if the older generation don't have what it takes, don't have the understanding to acknowledge that there's a problem here. And let us come squarely. My eyes are on the president of Nigeria. He needs to be careful. Yes. Listen to me. I have nothing against him personally, but I can tell you something that is very, very clear to anybody. Now, he is an astute, consummate politician, but he doesn't realize that there's a global problem that he's dealing with. In order to become the president of Nigeria, nobody can argue there were deals that went on. And in essence, what he did was that he, more than anybody else, realized that there are many factors to the Hydra. In terms of the kinetics, apart from the Fulani, the Boko Haram, the ISWAP controlled, Ansar, Lakurawa and Co. And what he did was to play them against each other so that
You
he
are
could get a seat in the presidency.
President Tinubu had a deal with the terrorists?
Excuse me, whether we like it or not, it is no longer a secret anywhere in the world that...
So, but what's the evidence? Some people will say that...
Okay, let me give you talk. Let me just give you let me throw you one quickly. People don't realize that the Mandela bombing in Niger State, the Catholic church that was bombed in Niger State, the fellow who headed it actually was in Lagos, in Snake Island. 2 days, 3 days, and then traveled to northern Nigeria to take his team to execute. What does that tell you? Now, when he got into police custody, he was arrested and he miraculously escaped. When he escaped miraculously, where was he arrested? Where did he take up refuge? He took up refuge in the lodge of a serving high-placed government official from Borno State, who happens to now be who? The vice president of Nigeria. So what am I talking about here? Tinubu is one heartbeat away. You see, I feel sorry for him. In a way, we need to protect President Tinubu's life. He may think he has the guts to face these people, but I can tell you something, he has totally misread the size of the problem in which he has gone to double his hands.
Okay, so you said a lot of things. These are serious allegations.
Please, don't even bother. I'm the one talking. We are, listen,
yes.
We are the circumcision. We worship God in the spirit. We rejoice in Christ Jesus and we have no confidence in the flesh. I'm a statesman. We worry about the generations to come. I'm not worried about the next election. There's nothing I'm saying that cannot be substantiated, not only within Nigeria, but globally. So let nobody deceive themselves. His so-called, look, why do you think the federal government is trying to deny an evident truth? And all these people who have collected 30 pieces of silver, all these people speaking from two sides of the mouth, who are just shifting positions like the mendacious president that we have, why do you think they are going on like that? Because there's a plan. If this intervention had not come, and the president was allowed to go through his 8 years, who will he hand over the country to? And does he think they are not wise enough to know that if they are able to eliminate him, into whose hand does the country go? Now, this is where the problem is. If the country goes into the hand of the Boko Haram, the Fulani will not be happy. Those who are, look, let me give you a good example. An open secret. When Shekau became
Are you saying that the country will go into the hand of Boko Haram after Tinubu?
Please, if you remember very well, just after he came in, there was some kidnappings, some bombings, and then there was an outrageous demand for one impossible, I can't remember, was it 20 billion or something, impossible amount of money. When that demand was made, it was not really because they felt that kind of money will be paid. It was a direct message, a coded message to the presidency. Everybody is aware now that there was complicity in the times of in terms of the former president Muhammad Buhari. Like I mentioned Issa Pantami. Also, don't forget about that his interesting governor who turned against Buhari in the last minute, who was persuaded to turn against Buhari, the worst governor Kaduna State has ever had. And I said something when Kaduna State was
Governor El Rufai.
Yes. Look, let's not even go there. Go and look at his tweets in the earlier years. Go and look at his own open admission on television that he left Nigeria to neighboring countries with money to go and sponsor the terrorists who had come to kill in Nigerian territory. Why did they have that kind of confidence then? Was because they knew they had entered governance. Now, as I'm speaking right now, listen, we need to reformat this country. And there's an opportunity that has come right now that if we mismanage this opportunity, let me tell you something, even God in heaven will look away when in the south part of Nigeria, in the eastern part of Nigeria, 13-year-old girls end up being raped. Look, there was a blogger recently who was being political, and I want to tell everybody prophetically right now what is coming up for those who refuse to face truth, those who refuse to give value to the lives of others. A young blogger recently said that there's no genocide, I'm a Christian, I don't feel threatened, long live P-Bat. She was one of those who was killed, if the account that is coming is right, in Kwara State in a church attack. Oh, she thought it was far away. Now, this is the fate, sadly, of those who live in
by opportunity, you are talking about Trump saying that he would interfere with what is happening in Nigeria.
Well, I prefer the word intervention, and let me put it for you like this. For any godly-minded person, the declaration of Nigeria as a country, a CPC, that designation, yes, that designation is a human designation. What we should worry about is that God in heaven himself had already declared Nigeria as a country of particular concern. Listen, according to prophecy, Nigeria is supposed to be the trigger of a global move of revival. Then the other side too decided that Nigeria must become the epicenter of the next greatest satanic attack against the entire world. So the destiny of Nigeria is what we're fighting for. Look, the corruption in Nigeria, I gave an interview when President Tinubu entered, and I did remember saying that it would not be an honor for anybody to serve in this dispensation. After the negotiation, he bought. Look, the mantra of this government is this: whatever problem money cannot solve will be solved by more money. Not realizing that there's a hyper-dimensional problem, a problem bigger than money. Look, let me tell you something, the mistake that he's making. The whole Nigerian budget, when you look at it every year, all said and done, comes to how much? Maybe about $30 billion. How much does the diaspora remit to Nigeria every year?
$20 billion. Yes,
so,
sir.
When you hear Nigerians, you see, when poverty has been weaponized against a nation, people cannot think anymore. The older generation have been reduced by the weaponization of poverty. So, look, thinking is an expensive thing. So, it's not easy. Don't blame the average Nigerian.
Okay.
People are susceptible to money.
So, Daddy, before we round up, you've said a lot of things. Are these things that you can defend, like the allegations about the president, the vice president being part of, the Boko Haram?
In whose house was Kabiru Sokoto? In whose home was Kabiru Sokoto hiding before it was picked up? Please, if not for global interference in Nigerian affairs, we are ready 90-something% to the day of doom. So if we like, let us miss this opportunity. All those talking from the same different sides of the mouth, they will soon know what it is that we are dealing with.
Exactly what do you want the US to do?
Very simple. There are 4 sets of people who are talking to us in the US. Number 1, those who are genuinely concerned. All right? Number 2, we have those who are looking for government appointments. Number 3.
In the US, looking for government appointments in Nigeria.
Looking for government appointments in the US. They are careerists.
Trump's administration.
Then there are those who know that money, US dollars, follows policy. So if not for Trump, they will not be speaking up. They are there. And then there's a last set of zealots who are so zealous that they reject God's wisdom. Those ones are what we call sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. They are equally as dangerous. So this is what I want us to do. If Nigeria cooperates properly with the window that God has used Trump to open, there's something that I cannot talk about in detail now. It's called the flight of 2 eagles. There's a bald eagle in that vision that can rescue the green eagle. Now, if we are able to eliminate the unnecessary voices that are fouling the waters in America for us, both within those against us and those for us, and remain only the voices that are looking forward to the future of Nigeria, let me tell you what will come out of it. Number one, Nigeria will become a nation. Watch this, where the value of life will be something else. We will leap for quantum leap to the forefront of global civilization, all within 4 to 8 years. Number two, the Nigerian foreign exchange right now that is about 1,600 naira to the dollar can be brought down to at least 1 to 250 to 350 naira to the dollar if we cooperate properly with understanding to tailor the American response in a way that will be profitable to the global community.
So, have you discussed any of this with the Nigerian government? Have you presented
A government that is busy denying? Listen, the moment the Nigerian government is ready, even for President Tinubu, there's a way of escape for him. I fear for his life. If you do a proper concatenation and look at the analysis of what's on the table, and the way these things are going, he can't trust anybody around him because there's an option open to them, which he's aware of. Okay? But Nigeria cannot afford that option.
What's the option?
Well, the point is this. If he cooperates with us, we have been studying this thing, we have been watching over this, we will create a Nigeria where no Muslim, no Christian is oppressed. Now, let me tell you this. When the generation of Awolowo and Zik and Co., when they got independence from Nigeria, Pax Britannica did not allow us to lay a firm foundation for a prosperous country. The divide and rule included religion. Now, this opportunistic hydra created by Osama bin Laden is using that opportunity. Now, if only Tinubu will cooperate, I will tell him that the first friend of Nigeria in America, first of all, in the olden days, was a man called Frank Wolf. Next is Chris Smith, Congressman Chris Smith. After him, we want to thank people like Louis Gohmert, we want to thank people like Ted Budd, Peter Ricketts, we want to thank people like Josh Hawley, we want to thank people like James Langford, then Ted Cruz. But most of all, this is better than any Nobel Peace Prize. We need to thank God for the two tweets that Donald Trump, they are prophetic.
So, but since Trump said that he was going to get involved, the killing has actually gotten worse, and the government is not doing anything, really. The young government is not doing
that
anything.
needed to happen to prove to the Nigerian that the government is so compromised, it does not care about your life. All it cares about is to win the next election, which will be very big, the last election that is really democratic in Nigeria.
This is a lot for people to digest. In the course of this half hour, you have implicated the president, the vice president, the entire cabinet, the military is compromised. A lot of these things, like the military being compromised and so on, people know. You've talked about El Rufai, you've talked about Sheikh Gumi, the minister that you mentioned, Issa Pantami.
Issa Pantami, what does he want to respond? His articles were on the Al-Qaeda website, globally exposed in France, everywhere. All the intel that has been given to Nigeria from foreign nations has been neutralized by the Nigerian government all these years. Who can deny that?
I'm really hoping that the Nigerian government will respond. I'm really hoping that they would respond to this.
Please, we have gone past that level. Where we are now is how do we save Nigeria? How do we salvage the nation? How do we create a future for all our children across the entire nation? Don't let the blood of the people who have been slaughtered through the years, past more than 20-something years, we should not let their bloodshed be in vain. Unmerited suffering is often redemptive, and that's the way we should go now.
Thank you so much, Reverend Ladi Peter Thompson, for your time. I truly appreciate you coming on the show. Thank you so much.
Pleasure is mine. God bless you.
Ooh, wow. That was a long one, isn't it? A long one, isn't it? Thank you, Femoni. Thank you for your comment. The government of Nigeria have colluded to unalive Nigerians. Nigeria can never, ever work. Never. All right, we'll leave it here. We'll spend 2.5 hours. Like play. Tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow we're going to Calabar State. In Calabar State, let me show you our banner for tomorrow. In Calabar State, you're going to have a lot, a Icon and the rest of them. All you need to do is join us tomorrow. I'm going to be sharing the Zoom link. I'll share it immediately after this program right now. I'll be sharing it so that once it's 7 p.m. tomorrow, you'll come to join us. The Homeland admin should have joined me today. I didn't get in touch with him on time, and I believe he's actually having a heck of a time. The young man is trying a lot, a very, very lot is trying. And then tomorrow they'll host us again, and then you don't want to miss it. Yeah, you want to come to Calabar. Yeah, it is Calabar State. Calabar State has these counties. Every state have 15 counties. And here in Calabar State, let me show you the counties from your own state in Calabar. Akankpa Okoyong County, Atibi Mfam County, Bakassi Peninsula County, Greektown County, Edibe Mong Anchor County, Efik Eburutu County, Ekori Anion County, Henshaw Town County, Ikoneto County, Ikot Ofyong Ebe County. We also have Obot Eyo County. We have Okoyong County. Another one, Okoyong again. How do we differentiate between the Okoyong and Okoyong? Anyway, Okoyong County, Otoho County, Yefako Okowong County. So please, if you want to, if you want the Homeland to excel and for our, angels to be doing the needful, this is where to be tomorrow by 7 p.m. Saturday, 31st. No. Did I get it wrong? Oh, no, I don't think it's Calabar. The date, 31st. No, this date is not correct. That means I may have gotten the wrong picture for tomorrow's town hall. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I got the wrong picture. We are having a Ebube, not Calabar. Sorry. We are having a Ebube. Please, I'm sorry for this mix-up. I just opened my Telegram and this is what I have. I'm sorry. What we have is Ebube. Please let me bring the picture. What we have tomorrow is Ebube, not Calabar. Ebube. Thank God I enlarged it to show the day, to show the dates. If not, I wouldn't have been able to make this correction. So I'm coming in a minute. In a minute, I will bring it to you right now. Ebube Monso. Okay. Here we have hold on. Okay, here we have Ebube States. Ebube States will be hosting us tomorrow. Ebube. Okay, I have to repeat the counties from Ebube. Ebube State, because from the date you will have it, because these pictures are almost the same, so I almost missed it. Yeah, on Saturday, the 14th of February 2026, time 7 p.m. Biafra time, venue is the Zoom. And then the counties in Ebube are as follow: Alaimo County, Confederation County, Delta County, Ezeibo County, Foreign Affairs County, Freedom City County, Ikemba County, Izom County, Eza Independent County, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu County, Ngwo City County, Njikoka New Haven County, Oramadike County, Ugwocha County, Gad County. So the 15 counties of Ebube State Town Hall tomorrow, Saturday, the 14th of February, 2026, 7 p.m. Biafra time. Please remember to join us in the Zoom. We do not bring it live. We always have an indoor meeting, and this is an invitation to all Biafrans, not only those in Ebube State. You know, every of the town hall, it is one state will host the rest of the state. That's how it is done every Saturday. One state will host the rest of the 40 states. So all the 40 states are expected to, gather at Ebube. And remember, Ebube State is our capital city. Ebube State is our capital city. So please do not miss it tomorrow, 7 p.m. Biafra time. Thank you for joining us. It's going to be a wonderful one. If you cannot make it to the town hall, please remember to send your seed, send your offerings, and go to the website and sow your seed to keep Biafra land going, to support the homeland. And the website where you should sow your seed is still the same as our old website, has not changed, www.ipobinusa.org/donate. Go there and do the needful. If you don't know how to do it, get in touch with me on +39 35 100 335 21. Or you can as well call our mommy Adauno. You can see the number is flashing down there. My number is the first number, Pastor Vam, and then you have Adauno on +1 562 326 3199. Call Mama Biafra and let her know what you got to support the homeland in doing the needful. Thank you very much, every one of you. I'll see you all tomorrow by the grace of Chukwu Kabiama. Catch you phone. Day one.